Good afternoon guys, or good evening. It's a 5:05 p.m. today, August 4th. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is the non-farm payroll, and that's why price was ping-ponging today. That was the main reason. People are deliberately, ping-ponging the price action just on purpose, just so they can just kill the time entire day, and then wait for non-farm payroll, So, but anyway, today we are supposed to favor 80% buyers, and the preferred buyers area, aggressive buyers area. Always there is a phone ring, right? All the time, every video has a one phone ring somehow. But anyway, so I'm laughing, But so 80% buyers, right? Favor buyers, and then either they have to hold above. I prefer they hold above aggressive or preferred buyers area. See, backup buyers area is a backup buyer area, But buyers are smart now, they are letting price go, to all the way to backup buyers area, and then they will buy it. So they are no longer aggressive, they are conservative now, But anyway, today's backup buyers area in NQ was 189, 13189, and that area held to the T, and then ES backup buyers area was 37 to 40, and that area also held to the T, So now we know at least that buyers have a control above those areas, in general. But we'll see how it goes in the overnight, right? But that's the common theme here, and that is what we discuss actually in pre-market notes. Gold is about this. You can read these things and see how gold behaved today. It's basically stayed above, this area. And dream numbers are very, very powerful, 258 and 228, right? So as usual, always dream number works out very nicely, right? So 258 and 228, right? So you can see it here. Where is it? 258, right? And then 228, correct? So I went long right at 245. In Discord, actually, okay, before I go there, in Discord we discuss about all these scenarios, right? I discuss that, hey, price comes here, then what happens, where it should go, and if something happens, then it goes down, then what to do, all this thing we discuss in Discord. So I'm not gonna repeat that thing here, but of the open, I went long, So when price was before open, price was here. So I said most likely it will reset the dream number, but at that time it is like breaking out below this area, pretty much. So it is safe for you to consider entire 245 to 258 as one area, and or entire 228 to 258, right? And then you have to make a buying decision in between. Remember, the whole idea was buyers have to defend preferred or aggressive buyers area. See, aggressive buyers area was here, right? So but price was below this here before open, so there is no point they will defend here, right? Because they did not defend it here. So now the next area is this too, correct? ES was same thing, preferred buyers area, backup buyers area, right? So when NQ came down here, I bought it at 245 right here, and then I bailed out right here at 290 even, because I had to go out. I already told in Discord that, hey, I have only 15 minutes to trade, and then that's all I want to know, I want to do. So price bounced from here, right? First touch here, I bought it right at this bottom, and then I built out at 290. Couple of members even held it, they built out at 310 or so, but because it was preferred buyers area, now it can act as a seller's area too, right? So they built out here, I built out here, my trading was over here, and then I left for the day, So, and then ES, I went long right at 47, so first time NQ bounced from here, ES was right here, somewhere around here, at 50, right? So I choose not to touch ES, but when it came down here, at 940, around 46, right? NQ was retesting the dream number, and it was hesitating here, right? I saw that as an opportunity. Instead of NQ, I played ES this time, so I went long right at this 47 level, and then I said most likely it will touch 53, which is this area basically. So 53 I built out, and then my two trades were done in one ES, one NQ, and I was done for the day, and then I left pretty much, right? After that, I came later on, maybe somewhere when price was here, to just check, So, but then if you were trading, right, so this was a good opportunity actually here, right? But it has to be based on exhaustion idea, right? So we have to keep in one thing in mind, that preferred buyers area is important, backup is important. As long as price is above that, we already discussed in Discord, buyers have a control. right? So here it's same thing. See, backup buyers area, backup buyers area, both coming at the same time into backup buyers area, right? It is not like lucky day, you know, or I would say coincidence, right? It is just the way these guys behave, like work out the price, you know. Otherwise, why would both come at the same time, same backup area? I was not God, right? I'm not God that I know that these are the backup area and price will come together at the same time, right? But it did. That means somebody is working out here, you know, and they brought it price same level exactly to the T almost, right? Look at that, to the T almost, right? But then if you look at it here, right, at the time, what was the timestamp? 1040 or so, which is here, right, roughly, right? Look at this, there was a divergence here. See that? So there was not enough strength. You know, minus 120 AD is, you know, nothing. You know, it is not a liquidation kind, right? Tomorrow, you know, there is an NFP, so it is unlikely that price is going to move too much, right? And then by looking at these responses, you know, some buyers are active, right? So when it came down here, and when you see hesitation, you buy right there, you know, just put your stop below. Even here also, when I went long, I said you have to put stop below 37, you know. So here, when you see the rejection, you bail out basically, right? And when it comes down here, you buy it again. These are the new areas you have to defend, right? And I also discuss in this code, however price comes here, I don't care, I'm going to buy. So if I was here, I should have bought it here, you know, but I was not here anyway. But then you cannot target much. You can look for a moon here. When price comes here, you buy, your target should be this area somewhere, you know. NQ, you should be selling it here, you know, not selling it but bailing out here. Even you can short here, but shorts was not part of the picture today as per the context, right? So you will only go for longs, right? And then later on, when price went higher, right, there was a pullback here. At dream number, you see hesitation, you buy it, you know, and bail out here. You know, the price is now, by this time, you know, price is playing ping pong game. So fade it, go long. Here, same thing, go long. When price goes back in here, you go long, you know, target this area. Simple. No shorting here. Even though you see something, no short, just long, 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 you know, long, long, you know. So an Mboxwave, you know, let me talk about Mboxwave now. The Mboxwave was had a signal here, you know, to buy, but a regular way, this was a buying opportunity. Okay, so now let me talk about Mboxwave also. So I hope you had a chance to see the previous part of this video, right? Because it is important that you watch that video, you know, the previous part of these things, you know, don't skip it today. So because then you will know the importance of the levels and, you know, pre-market notes and why price behaves such a way today, you know, and why it is reacting to certain areas. So this green line was my backup buyer area in NQ. At the same time, ES, my backup buyer area was 37, right? So price came here and actually held it. But before that, this was my dream number area. You know, I combined it. There were 3 levels here. I combined it here to make it easy for you, you know. So this was my dream number area. This was my first max target, you know, for sellers, and that target was, I gave it in Discord yesterday at 4 p.m. that NQ buyers has a pending target 350 to 370 area, which is this area, you know. So that's why I had a level there, you know. So which is I gave it at 4 p.m. yesterday, not after today, you know. Yesterday 4 p.m. I said 350 370 is the area that they are targeting, yesterday's buyers, and they did it in the overnight, right? And then so that's the first thing I noticed, that okay, price held this dream number in the overnight, right, up to this point at 7 a.m. and then price came down from 350 370 area, right? So at least I know somebody is defending this area. The yesterday's buyers achieved their target right here. Okay, that was the story so far. Then price came down, right? And then I know at least this area or this area some buyers will be there, right? That is simple, you know, and we are supposed to favor buyers today. So of the open, so till then this was the picture, you know, and then price of the open, so 9 o'clock 9:30 price came right here, you know. So I bought it because I usually don't look at Mboxwave, as you know, right? So based on this level, I bought it at 245, right to the T, right at this dot here, you know, and then I built out here, right? And then some of the folks built out at 39, this 310, right? This was the level 2, so they built out, right? So until this point, right, there was no Mbox story here, right? There is no signal, nothing, okay, because it's 261 supply greater than this, right? Price is tanking, right? So there was no signal here, right? And then price went higher. So you are observing now, right? So you started observing now. So when it went higher, you can see 52, here is 84, right? So there is a divergence between demand, right? So demand is not enough, correct? At the same time, you can see it here, there was a buying here, spike up, but this was negative, this was not enough. This was compared to this, yeah, it was imbalance, right? So that will give someone rights to even buy it here also, so but anyway, so it was not a proper signal, I would say, so of the open at least, so but this buying was not enough based on this chart, and then you have a less delta demand, so you wait, there is no long setup here, okay? Then price went down, right? Then it was up and then it went down, you're observing, right? But during this time when it went up here, see, you have to dig through in 1 minute chart now, right? So here when it went higher, right, like this, you can see there was no buying here, right? So at the same time at 10 o'clock, right, roughly 10 o'clock, so let's do 1 minute, hold on. So this is one minute, right? So at 10 o'clock, which is this 10 o'clock, roughly around here, right? Now do we have a signal here? So you can see 189, 68, 68, and there is algo, right? So you can short here, you can use this algo to short if you want to, right? Because my plan doesn't say about short, right? But based on Mboxwave, you can short, right? Simple, it's a clear signal, right? So that's your story right there, to short, correct? Then so let's say you played out this short up to this point or whatever, right? So that was your entry, correct? But then price came down, right? I know this DIM number, right? So again buyers bought it here, but then this time it acted as a resistance here. See that? Even in 1 minute you may see something, 1025, right? So let's see. There you go. See that? Triple algo. See, I didn't watch even these things, right? But there is a triple algo. Now you know. Level plus triple algo, short, right? So that was another short, correct? At least no point buying it here, right? Then price came down straight to backup buyer area. So this was the time, to push the button based on context, context, not based on Mboxwave. Based on Mboxwave, you're looking at short actually. In fact, right? Look at this. Going down, big time sell off, right? More selling, and 291 greater than 261, right? So supply is expanding, correct? So that means either you go right short here, right here, when you see this, right? Based on Mboxwave I'm talking about, okay? Not based on context. So then you short here, right? And then you, let's say you don't know about importance of this level, right? Then you are holding your short. By looking at this, you are smiling, right? That man, I had a golden opportunity now. Price break below this entire balance, right? Which is this. And now it is going down, right? And then more supply, everything is going good, right? It's going to tank now, correct? So if you look at it, at least 1035, which is right here, 411, correct? More supply here, everything is good, right? So, and you shorted from here, you again shorted here, right? You're like smiling, right? But then sudden spike happened, and then this behavior, right? Change of behavior suddenly. Now you have no clue what's going on, assuming you don't know the context then, right? And why that happened. And you might think maybe it's a pullback. Let me short it here. You may even, some people even might try to short it here, right? And when price went down this way, they even shorted like more. I'm talking about general day traders, right? They shorted more even here, like they added more here, right? Now they are thinking it's gonna tank now because they might not know the importance of this level, right? But then after shorting, you are seeing this, and you may think maybe, fine, the supply will come again, but then you see, after you look at this, you should be bailing out your short positions, okay? But instead of that, if I am trading these things, I would be going long right here, at this, and I would consider this as exhaustion. So it's a two different way to look into it, right? If you know the context, for me it's an exhaustion, I would go long. For you, if you don't know the context, let's say assuming, right, then for you, you are shorting more and you will get trapped, right? So I saw this opportunity, as a change of behavior in my favor on exhaustion. You saw this opportunity, knowing you don't know the context, you saw as a more shorts coming after looking at this, So that's how you have to siphon the price action, you know. And then there was a clear cut signal here, right here. Look at this, divergence, divergence, equal lows, no supply, supply is gone, right? This exhaustion is proven. That was your long right here, you know. Then price went through this dream number, right? Went straight to this level, my level, right? And then you can see it went there, and again it was like chopping around, correct? So maybe 1 minute will show you something there, right? But at least you take a profit. Considering this much price action, price doesn't want to go anywhere. Both sides are active, so you bail out here, correct? But now the story is, since price is not going on anywhere, both sides are active. They will, this a dream number will again act as a support, and you can see it. This 245, my original level where I went long. You can see it, that only level worked out today. Only that level. See here, down move, up move. From here, again down move from here, price went through it, again acted as a support, right? So this was the long also, exhaustion play, straight down into dream number, chopping around, maybe 1255 to 105, right? Look at it here, maybe something is there, you know. I'm thinking something should be there. Yeah, look at this, see that 1250 to 105, divergence, supply 492, 23, 10, gone. You go long, signal, you know, right here. It was easy today, you know, and then you go back to here, and then there might be not enough demand here in 1 minute probably, you know, and then you bail out. That's it, you know. It was that easy today. At the end, what happened? Price came up to this area and held it. This area, sellers held their ground, right? At the end, what happened? Price closed above all this buyers area, right? That's the story. So that be all for today.